It is on.
All right.
You lay out
Alright.
the questions here.
I know. Alright. So, basically, we're going to talk about our all-time goals and our short-term goals, and then what we kind of think of what we're going to get at our complete nutrition scan when we go after we make this part. So, what I want to say is, what do you guys think you're going to weigh, and what do you think that your body fat percentage is going to be at?
Well, I'll go first here. So, last time I went in June. Well, okay, let's start back in January. So, January I went in, and I was actually like 15% body fat. I was like 175-ish around. So, I had a lot of body fat percentage. And then I went back in March. I believe it was March. 3 months. Or 2 months, one of those. And I was actually at 8.5% body fat, which is really, really good. And I pretty much kept the same amount of muscle, and I kept the same amount of weight. So right now, a couple of months from June when I went in.
That June is when you got your 8.5.
June is when I got my 8.5.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So what is June, July, August? A couple of months, late August. So it might be around the same time, a couple of months. But hopefully, I'll be at least under 10%. I've been eating healthy. I've been sticking to my diet for a while. So if I can stay around, below 10% and keep around 176 body weight or 177 around there, then that'll be good. That's what I'm guessing I'm going to be around.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty realistic goal. You actually haven't done any of these before, so he's never done a body composition test before at Complete Nutrition with us, just because he hasn't lived near us. So this is going to be his first time, but I mean, you'll know kind of your weight.
Yeah, and that's just
But
the thing.
I mean, your body fat percentage is almost a complete guess at this point.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess around 8 or 9%.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be. I think
Yeah.
you're gonna be better than that.
I
I think you're
think-
gonna be like 7.8.
Yeah,
around
I think
8.
I give you 7.8. I think you'll be there. And what do you think your weight is going to be?
I'd say around 165, 166.
165, 166. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna guess, just because I've been in between 160 and 165 for the past couple months, I think I'm gonna be like 162, 163 pounds, and wouldn't be surprised if I was like 10, a little bit above 10, middle 10 to 11% body fat.
I think you might be a little lower than.
I think
10.
I might be too if I surprise myself, but I'm not trying to.
I-
I'm not trying to set like crazy goals right now,
Right.
because I mean I haven't had the craziest like strictest diet because I haven't been on a cut
Yeah.
for a while, so I think I'll be around 10. So let's talk about our short-term goals.
Okay.
About, I don't know, maybe like 6 months to a year, just because usually in training you don't leap crazy amounts unless you're starting at the beginning. So honestly, for our 3 main lifts, which are bench, deadlift, and squat, I'm thinking short terms for me within like the next 6 months to a year. I'm thinking maybe I really want to hit 225 on bench. That is like my main goal. Get that. Haven't really done a whole lot of legs, but I'd really like to get 350 deadlift and squat. I don't think I've ever maxed squat with correct form, just because I haven't really trained it. So I think I'm probably just going to go around like 255, 260, somewhere around there for that. I don't know. What about you, CJ?
Well, for the bench, I at least want to put 225 up consistently. I've hit it, but it's more like trying to get it up more than once.
Okay, so consistently?
Yeah, so if I can't get it once, then I'll just kind of keep grinding at it.
Yeah.
But, for squat, I haven't really
The same with
maxed
me.
out,
It's
so
just-
I mean,
Yeah.
so I was thinking if I did it correctly with a spotter and stuff like that, I could probably put 270, something like that.
Okay.
Down. I think for deadlift, my goal is probably to put 305, something
305,
like that.
yeah.
So
Honestly, in the next 6 to a year, you could easily get 3
That's
plates.
really
I think.
yeah.
I'm gonna say 315 for him, just my personal one, because I think he's gonna get that. Yeah.
So,
And then
Well, yeah,
you were talking to me a little bit about this earlier, but what are your
Well,
short term?
my 3 main lifts: squat, bench, deadlift. So my squat, I actually hit squat earlier this week, and I hit 295 for 1. And I feel like I can for sure hit. I want to be able to hit 3 plates within the next 6 months. That's for sure a sustainable goal for me. So my bench is 215 right now is what my bench was. I actually benched about a week and a half ago, and I did it heavy because I kind of want to see what I was around there. So I believe in the next 6 months I'll for sure be able to hit 225. Yeah, that would be a great goal for me. And then my deadlift. So I'm not a huge deadlifter. I don't really deadlift that much. I don't just deadlift on leg day. Like I don't really deadlift much. But if I were to start deadlifting, get my form right and just start grinding, I think I can hit 315 for sure. 315 for sure. Yeah.
I guess what are your all-time goals then?
For like lifts or just
for lifts, body weight, and body fat percentage.
Well, first off, something I haven't mentioned yet was I actually want to compete in a physique show, and
I honestly, out of the three of us, I feel like it'd definitely be you.
New Jersey. I want to either go to New Jersey or California to compete. So if that's the case, my training has to get real serious. But that's gonna be more of like a short-term goal. Within 1 to 2 years, that's more of a short goal. I say a long-term goal within the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, I'm gonna be, I'm still gonna be in the fitness industry. I plan on being,
100%.
A physical trainer. I want to train, bodybuilders. I want to train like freak athletes. So, I mean, lift-wise, I'm gonna, it may not be, realistic. It may be a little.
Yeah, but this is like, when I'm saying like all time, like I'm saying like in the next like 5 to 10 years.
Right.
So I mean, you got like a long time to get this
5 to 10 years, I'm hoping to put up like 375 for bench. I'm hoping to put like 500 plus for squat, 500 plus for deadlift. I mean, that's really what I want. Those are great numbers for me. I want to be I want to be in the 1,000 club.
Yeah, I mean, all time goals for me. I really want to have just one solid lift where I lift half of 1,000 pounds. So deadlift, I want to lift at least 500 in the next 5 to 10 years. Squat, I'm thinking like 425. So I've got a bigger leap to go there than I think anything else, just because it's just not been the funnest lift for me ever. So I feel like that's going to be the one where I got to just put my head down and grind for it. And then bench, I honestly, realistically, I just want to get 300. Over 3 would be awesome. Reaching a little bit, if I could get 315, 3 plates would be, I would love to get 3 plates up for one time. And then body weight, I think I would look most aesthetically pleasing at 180 to 185 pounds, around 7 to 9% body fat, depending on whether I'm like bulking or cutting or just in that range. But I think that would be an ideal body weight and body fat percentage for me to be with in the next 5 to 10 years. All right, you want to do your all time?
My all time bench, I would hope to get probably 315. At 225 right now. But
3 plates.
So 3 plates would probably be my long-term goal. Maybe if I reach harder, I could put more up, but that's probably my goal, 315. Squat, I would say around probably 350. I don't really do squat, just something I haven't really done with my bad knees. But then deadlift, I'd like to put 500,
Yeah.
Just
I feel like deadlift is definitely going to be our strongest.
Yeah.
Why don't we each pick like one body part that we really want to develop? And one thing for me is like I definitely have been hitting my legs harder and want to see that develop. But one thing that I've always struggled with developing is my back. And like I've always hated leg day until about a month ago where I've really started grinding, and I just really liked it because I've started looking at the mobility side of things more. But my back has never really developed to where I want it to. So I feel like that for short-term goals and even long-term, like I want to start developing a good back just so I can have a good physique in general. But back is mine.
Yeah. I would say my lats. I want bigger lats. Every time.
So you trying to get that Dorito chip?
I'm trying to get.
You're trying to get that Dorito chip, buddy.
I'm trying to get a better looking. Yeah, every time I look at them, I'm trying to get them bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just working with the back too. So.
Yeah.
I can't relate with the back because I have an absolute freak back. Like I have
Chill,
I have
bro.
a pancake back. Like my
fucking round.
Yeah, my shit's fucking absolutely huge. My lats are fucking huge.
But what he's trying to say is he's got a decent back and he's got good genetics.
My lats are fucking thick, juicy. Like they're
Thick,
great. No, I have a great back.
Nah.
But if I were
I will admit, you do have good genetics for it.
My upper body is thick.
Bro, why you gotta enunciate thick? thick.
All right. So I would, if I were to pick a body part to work on, it'd be for sure my legs.
Yeah, I think those are all realistic goals. I would say, yeah, for me and you, for sure back, just because we've always been really skinny. Just our build has been kind of slim.
All three of us, really.
Yeah. I mean, except for your back,
Except
you know,
for
because you're thick.
Thick boy.
Thick boy.
My back is very developed.
You do have a good back. I will admit that. If you went into a physique show,
that's why I want to go to.
I would
show.
honestly love to see how well your back would develop if you went down to like 5% body fat for a show.
Mm-hmm.
That would be insane.
Shredded.
I have the body type
my
for it.
God.
I have the small, narrow waist. I have the bigger upper body. I just gotta really work on my legs.
That's why I think that you'd be the best for a physique competition. That's like, out of that, I feel like it'd be you to do that.
A couple years from now, that's my
honestly,
goal.
Honestly, that'd be sick. That's a good long-term goal. Honestly, I honestly don't feel like I have a need to compete in anything. I like progressing in numbers for sure. But yeah, I don't see myself competing in like a physique competition. I mean, if I do like really excel on numbers for like the 3 main lifts, I might enter like a powerlifting thing just to kind of see what that atmosphere is like, just to experience. Mm-hmm. Because I have powerlifting friends, and like I see videos all the time, and it looks so fun to do something like that.
Watching that.
Yeah, like that's just, I don't know. I don't even know how like screaming like that gets you that pumped up. But like even just watching videos like that, I'm just like, oh my god, he just put that weight up.
All the testosterone in that face.
Oh my god, it's fucking crazy.
That's